Hello Dumaguete, hello Negros Oriental, and hello Sillimanians around the world. Sitting on behalf of Ronelyn Faith Vailoces, this is Joshua Soldivillo, and you are watching #Silliman. Good evening. This is a show that talks about the different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. And you're watching #Silliman. Mayong gabi sa tanan, dagang salamat for joining another episode of #Silliman. We thank you for making us as the official Monday company of your family. And of course, we thank as well our Facebook subscribers who are streaming this episode right now, to our growing community on YouTube. Daghan kayong salamat. And of course, I missed the past episode for #Silliman, and right now we're missing Ronelyn. This just goes to show that our schedule are truly getting tighter. Not to mention, midterms are fast approaching, and we are just so packed with a lot of activities, and we're so happy that tonight we are sharing good news to everyone for a certain reason and a certain purpose. And for the past episodes, my dear friends, we have featured the different academic units of the university, and tonight we continue featuring another college, which I consider one of the biggest colleges in the university, not only to mention they are housing the nutrition and dietetics department, the athletics department, the teacher education department, as well as the attached auxiliary units. We have the basic education department starting from preschool, elementary, junior high school, and senior high school. What's up and what's on about the College of Education? We have the right persons with us tonight. Allow me to introduce first one of the students of the College of Education, a third-year student. We have Beatrice, Gwenneth, Hinolan. Hi, Beatrice. Nice to have you here.
Hi, sir. Thank you so much for having us here.
All right. And of course, first time on #Silliman is the Teacher Education Chair. We have Dr. Elve Nasvik. Dr. Nasvik, so nice to finally have you here in the show.
Thank you, Sir Joshua. It's nice to be here also.
All right. And of course, the Dean, the mother of the College of Education, we have Professor Gina Bonior. Professor Bonior, finally nice as well to have you in the show.
Yeah, we're always pleased to be part of this show. Good evening, Josh, and good evening to our viewers.
All right. It's still the month of February, so I guess Happy Valentine's still applies to you guys.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's. And I think it is right to begin our conversation, Dr. Bonior, Ma'am Nasvik, and Beatrice, with the College of Education is always dubbed as a center of excellence, a level 4 PASCO accreditation. For the benefit of our televiewers, what does this mean to be a center of excellence, and what does it mean to be having this level 4 accreditation?
Okay, perhaps I can talk about the College of Education, Teacher Education Department, a center of excellence, and then Dr. Nasvik, who leads us in the preparation for the PASCO accreditation, can expound on the PASCO level 4 accreditation. So the College of Education prides itself as being one of only 3 in Region 7. Yes, that is declared, recognized, acknowledged by CHED, or Commission on Higher Education, as a center of excellence in teacher education. So what does that mean? We went through rigorous examination and monitoring, and they were looking into excellence in terms of instruction, research, and then of course extension, partnerships, linkages, and internationalization of our programs.
Wow.
So being a COE is really an accolade. It's a distinction that makes the College of Education different, distinct from other universities, and we're very proud of that. However, together with that distinction is a responsibility.
Right.
A center of excellence, we are supposed to provide the benchmark and some kind of standard and help out our network of teacher education institutions within our area. And in this case, that's going to be Negros Oriental and Siquijor, because the 2 other centers of excellence in teacher education are in Cebu.
City.
So only Silliman University in this part of the region.
Right. Wonderful, Professor Bonior. Let's talk about the linkages and networks in a little while. So, Dr. Nasvik, how about being a level 4 accredited by PASCO? What does this mean for the college?
Okay, being the level 4 PASCO accredited department, level 4 is the highest designation. So to have that, we comply with the standards set by the PASCO accreditors. So PASCO stands for the Philippine accrediting agencies for schools, colleges, and universities. So having that level 4 means that we met the standards set by them in terms of our faculty. So we have a good faculty lineup. In terms of the instruction that we have, we really prepare our students to be somebody in the community, in our nation, and of course globally. And in terms of the services, for PASCO accreditation, they look into 7 areas. And in these 7 areas, there are common areas, for example, in terms of the facilities that the university is offering, like our library, the different facilities that we have. And so in terms of instruction, so we follow what is recommended to us by CHED. So we follow the new curriculum this time, set by following the policy standards and guidelines. And so in terms of our faculty, we have a full set of faculties who has at least a master's degree, and many of us have that doctorate degree.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be part of
yes, that's
the College of
right.
Education family. So, meaning to say, dear friends and Sillimanians around the world, the College of Education is, really is standard, no? Kumbaga, top, it's there on the top. Now, I'd like to ask the perspective, from our student here, Beatrice. How does it feel that you are part of the College of Education, knowing these credentials of the college? Are you pressured, or is there a way also that you want to maintain such excellence? And of course, when you exit the halls of Silliman, what are the things that you are confident that, okay, I have these skills, I have these qualities? Can you share about this, Beatrice?
Sir, I believe that the most important skills that the COE is trying to help us with is to become a lifelong learner. Being a lifelong learner is somehow really important in our lives. Kay, we're going to become we're going to explore, and we're going to meet a lot of people outside the campus.
Right.
And it's somehow effective in our learning. Kay, it's not just within the 4 walls of the classroom we're trying to learn. We're also learning outside the campus. Yeah. So another thing that I'm also feel pressured. I'm with our dean, with our ever-loving CESO advisor as well, Ma'am Nasvik. And of course, being pressured is somehow a good kind of it's a good kind of pressure, because it helps us to aim more. It helps us, like, it kind of what do you call this, like,
strive to be better.
Yes, we strive to be better, and I think we're hoping to meet the standards that COE is trying to give us.
Don't worry, you are in good hands with, of course, with Professor Bonior and Dr. Nasvik, and of course the rest of the faculty members of the College of Education. Professor Bonior, let's go now to your enrollment right now at the College of Education. Maybe you can share to us how many, kamusta naman ang population ng College of Education, and at the same time, let's talk about gender stereotyping when it comes to being a teacher, because they would say that if you are a teacher, parang expected na you have to be a woman or a girl, or it's how do you call this one? It's a woman dominated profession. And also right now in the dynamics of the gender spectrum, we also have presence of LGBTQs, and how does this dynamics affect the kind of approach that you have in the College of Education, Dr. Bonior?
Okay, I'm glad, Joss, that you asked about our enrollment figures, and I know Ma'am Elve, who's monitoring this for the Teacher Education Department, can also talk about that. and also about gender.
Yes.
What's the term that you use?
Stereotyping,
Differentiation.
diba?
Yes, all right. So maybe we will start with Ma'am Nasvik with the enrollment,
Go ahead.
and then I'll
Okay.
talk about gender.
With regards to the enrollment, we have actually an increase in enrollment this
Wow,
semester.
that's good news.
Yeah, I'm one of those in charge in interviewing our students in
may
the college.
pa-interview,
Yeah, because though we don't have any examination
Right.
for our incoming freshmen, but we do have, we need to interview them as to
Wow.
why they take education and in terms of sustainability. And of course, we have to look into their preparation because the moment they finish education, they finish their bachelor's degree with us, the next step will be to take the board exam.
Yes.
And it will really affect the performance of the college if we have students who are not really prepared. So we have to give them a chance to, we like open admission but selective retention.
Nice.
Which means that if they cannot cope with the standards set by the department, then we would advise them probably to transfer, to shift a course or a major, or if they could not really cope with the standards with the specific major, then maybe shift to another course.
Right. Thank you. So, that's good news, no? One, there's a quality assurance pag start pa lang sa school year. And of course, two, there's an increase. So, that's a very good news for the College of Education. Because definitely, no, as announced by the Secretary of the Education Department herself, there's really a need, no, for more teachers to be deployed in the stations, right? So, let's go na to Dr. Bonior about this stereotyping, about kung teacher ka dapat babae lang na, pang babae lang na profession.
Yeah, I believe that stereotype stems from this idea or belief that mothers are nurturing, so teachers are considered or viewed and must be nurturing, so it's associated with that gender. But from my experience, because I started teaching at the College of Education right after my graduation in 1988, so this
Wow.
is my 34th year.
34 years.
Yes, 33rd, 34th year at the college. And I've seen really this great change. In my early years at the College of Education, it was primarily boys. Like in my
Boys.
class, there are only 2 of them, right? And then one of them is LGBT. So that's one already recognized and self-acknowledged male biologically and male by gender orientation, and one is LGBT. The rest were women. So if you say maybe that's the 95%.
Yes.
But now in my English major class, so English major has the most number of students at the College of Education.
Wow.
Right. Most of our students, like how many for third year? I think there are more than 20 of them, right, who are English majors. And in the student teaching program, almost 20 who are English majors.
88 in all.
Right. All, in the whole of the College of Education, 88 out of how many are we? Teacher Ed?
256.
Yeah,
Wow,
88
256.
out of 256 are English majors.
Majors.
Conventionally, historically, that's a female territory. But among our student teachers now, we have many who are English majors going to theater, male. So these stereotypes, I believe, they are slowly changing and people are more open to it.
And that's a good news.
Accommodating.
Yeah.
Right. You know, they say that in the US, it's in the past, the redding of the US now, this is the American Indians, and
Yeah.
then it became from red to black and white.
Right.
And now it's all colors.
Colored.
And that's not only about race, it's really people's awareness and awakening that gender orientation is in such a large and a broad spectrum. And
Right.
it's great to have that at the College of Education, because when they go to their classroom, the presence of individuals from this spectrum would also tell the children, you don't have to be afraid, you don't have to hide, you can be yourself and you can still be great at who you are and what you do.
Right. So hearing from Professor Bonior sharing, it seems that the College of Education really has a very safe environment, at the same time celebrates diversity and inclusivity, no? And that's a good point of discussion nowadays because, given this limited point of views, so to speak. And we're just going to pause for a short break as we continue this conversation. But when we come back, let us also ask your insights about the pandemic because we were marinated in isolation. And are teachers truly replaceable given that technology is also evolving? And what is your biggest takeaway when the pandemic struck all of us? And I think it's still ongoing, but during that peak, right? So stay with us, all of that and more when #Silliman returns. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. This is still #Silliman. Before we took a short break, I actually asked our guests here about their insights during the pandemic because a lot of things have been posted on Twitter, like, for example, celebrities saying that, oh my gosh, it's just been 2 weeks with my children, but it seems that I cannot already teach them how to read and write. And some celebrities would even say that, oh my gosh, teachers deserve 1 million pesos a month for their salary, given the kinds of kids that they're handling every day. So let's ask Beatrice here, so far, what have you learned this pandemic, and what do you think is the truth behind teachers are replaceable by technology?
Actually, we already had that in our class before, sir. The Ed 59, diba, sir? We actually talked about how will technology replace teachers. However, my point of view is very different because teachers are not replaceable or irreplaceable, because the way they teach actually connects with the people or
Right.
with the students. However, when it comes to technology, it actually helps the teachers. However, they cannot be replaced. They will not replace the teachers because we have different types of we have different types of intelligences, wherein it's part of the multiple intelligences, ma'am. Atong topic kaganiha. So
Application.
it's already part of the application na. So multiple intelligences, meaning we have different types of learning styles. So when we learn through technology, for me it's somehow different because it's hard. It's really hard to read only, and then we cannot ask our teachers face to face about what the topic is all about. So that kind of situation already hinders me to connect with my teacher because of the barrier between the technology and the teacher. So yes, I think that's one of the.
You still need that.
You still need that kind of
teacher.
connection with the teacher.
Alright, I like that word connection. No? So indeed, teachers really create this powerful connection between and among students, and of course, teacher to students. How about you, Dr. Nasvik? What was your biggest learning in this trying times, and at the same time, do you believe that teachers are replaceable by technology?
Yeah, I'd like to answer the first question. During the pandemic, it was really a great opportunity for me
Wow.
to apply the skills that I learned during the upskilling and reskilling of teachers. I was one of those teachers who was deployed in an online class. We never knew about MySoul, how to construct our virtual classrooms, but through trainings, we were able to do that. A challenge there was the connection, but constant practice, and when you search for technology and digital tools that would help you connect with the
Increase that
students.
connection.
Yeah. So there was like a satisfaction on my part when I was able to connect with my students, doing facilitating activities in breakout rooms, integrating Jamboard activities, and these are interactive activities that we
Right.
can do. And so the upskilling, the trainings that we had really helped. More so, I'd like to emphasize that during the pandemic, we actually have the PAASCO reaccreditation.
Yes.
So it was, we are already in level 4, and it is on my term that what if that level 4, which is the highest, will go down to level 3 during my term. So I really have to do my best because everything will be done virtually. So I don't have any knowledge of management of files in the drive and
Right.
all, but the training that I get from MySoul and the tech team really helped me put together all the important documents that we need for our accreditation. So, we were really granted the level 4 from 20 that was up to 2020, and then now we have the next extension up to 2027.
So I think what I'm getting from Dr. Nasvik is that aside from the challenges, there are also a lot of opportunities actually
Right.
that were given by the pandemic. And good thing here in Silliman, we were, I think, trained already. No, we have the resources, and with those reasons, we were kind of, ready to do a transition for online distance learning. So thank you very much for that, Dr. Nasvik. How about you, Professor Bonior? what have been the takeaways during the pandemic? Are
Yeah.
teachers replaceable by technology?
No, I don't believe so. I was just listening to Gwen's reasoning, experience, and also the experience of Dr. Nasvik. And what really struck me from both their explanation was the word connection.
Connection.
Because connection has two levels. Gwen was talking about personal, physical connection. Ma'am Nasvik was talking about electronic, virtual, online connection. And if you look at these two, it's the physical, emotional, social connection that is more stable.
Right.
And that is something that the internet, that the online modality cannot replace. That is something that technology cannot replace. For example, it has been our concern. Let me now look at the downside of our negative or painful experiences,
Yes.
right? You are in the classroom, there was a brownout. You are in the classroom, students will just say, "Ma'am, I cannot switch on the camera because of poor internet connectivity." You believe the student, but you can never tell.
You cannot validate.
Yes, right? So if you look at the physical, emotional, social connection, it's more stable. The teacher is there. You're certain of it. But if you look at this connection that is technology-based, virtual, online, it is not that stable, especially where we are. Anything can have a glitch. The students will just say, "Tech glitch, ma'am, sorry." Right? So that's one. We are social beings. We desire this physical, emotional connection that Gwen was talking about. And it is more stable than our, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
No, both physical, literally and metaphorically.
Right.
More stable yun ang human social connection compared to the online connection. Which reminds me of this conversation I had with Dr. Nasvik. Kaya kanang mangumusta ta sa atong mga teachers, "Kumusta naman, ma'am?"
Yeah.
And then
Mga kumustahan.
Yes. And then Dr. Nasvik would say, "I don't know, ma'am, last week nakatulog ra gyud akong luha. I don't know why." So the constant, being present in a mediating, it's not just the students being affected, just the
Right.
teachers are affected
True,
as well.
that's correct.
We yearn the presence of our students, and we don't have that in the way we want it because it's mediated. You're facing this square
Screen,
box, mostly black little square things, right? That's one. And secondly, because that social presence and connection is not there, somehow negotiation of meaning, learning is about struggling through
Yeah.
information, struggling through ideas. Because it's limited. You cannot have, okay, we have BOR, breakout rooms, but it's different. In the classroom, you see all of the students in the groups. Here, you cannot be in all of the
Form a circle.
Right. And immediately, if something is feeling not so right, immediately you can go there.
Yeah, that comes under your radar.
Right. But in the technology, even if this breakout rooms, it's really limited. So during the pandemic, we really made sure that there are programs at the College of Education for both students and teachers so that we can have a simulation or at least a stronger presence even if it's online.
Right.
So sa education, every first Wednesday of the month na ami
Kumustahan,
Zumustahan.
devotions.
Zumustahan.
Yeah, so we all just go there, kumusta na karon? Unsa imong kalistan? What worked well? What didn't work? So we would have one faculty member share an experience because this is new to us.
Yes.
When we went to the College of Education trying to learn to become teachers, we were never trained how to
Right.
teach using this. So we were all just grappling through this. And so we had this meeting, Zumustahan and sharing once a month. Every Wednesday, we look forward to it because we know, next week si Sir Alvin na po ang mo share teki kay ni Sister unsa na po kaniya mga mugna sa iyang
So you,
classroom.
in turn, we also become a community of learners.
Right,
Yes.
sir. And that, for teachers, we had that. And it's regular because di naman taka kumustahan personally. So we made it a regular Zumustahan every first Wednesday on the month. Then we had our devotion. After the Zumustahan, we would have a devotion inviting si Pastor Well, sila Pastor Jan. And so, even if it was virtual, somehow we did not feel left out.
Yeah.
Because, if it's new and you feel isolated, it's really terrible for the wellness
Right.
of the person. And then for our students, if maybe Gwen will remember, we invited sila si Pastor Alf Huertas talking about wellness and how to be well mentally in this new modality. And we had regular, invitations for these people, even if it's Zoom, yes, it's still mediated, but it's important that they know they don't go there only for academic stuff.
Right.
That they go there kay nangustahan lang at prayer lang. No, dapat sila sa ND, they had virtual merienda.
Yeah,
So why the
virtual
merienda?
merienda.
Yes, and then they just
Nice.
talk. I think that is important.
Right. So, I mean, listening to this and in hindsight, we also see how we turn out to be stronger and at the
Right.
same time, we have better perspective. And I think that really solidified for us what really matters, what's important in an instruction, what's important in a classroom teaching learning activities or the teaching learning experience, what's really important. And that's connection. It's being able to connect to the students, right? Now, aside from these experiences that you have, Beatrice, Ma'am Nasvik, and Ma'am Gina, let's talk about the recent projects, programs, or initiatives that your college have actually undertaken or perhaps finished. Because I believe the College of Education is also one of the busiest academic units in the university. So maybe we can start first with Beatrice. What have been the recent activities of the student body at the CESO?
Before that, I'm going to congratulate the constituents, the COE trio, where they won yesterday
Wow.
from the Control H,
Yay.
Control H, a window to Silliman's history. So it's somehow a game show. Like yesterday, it was organized by the campus ambassadors. So they won third place.
Wow.
So
Yeah, great. Congratulations.
it's a good thing that we already had this kind of events, na sir, because it's already face-to-face.
Face-to-face.
And we can already engage with a lot of students and also from different colleges. So in our CESO, or the College of Education Student Organization, we actually have lots of events incoming. So we have, first and foremost, the Mr. and Miss COE. So we're going to
Another
look-
season is waiting.
Yes, so we're going to look
Looking at this
for
venue.
the best or one of the best persons in the college. So next is we have the org fair, wherein all of the majors will present their major or what's good in their major to nganong mo enroll
That's good.
ato ang mga senior high students
Right.
nganong mo enroll sa education with that kind of major, and it will happen sometime around maybe March or maybe April pa.
Yes.
So it depends on the schedule that we
pa.
can have.
Right.
So other events are already minor na, but it will happen around in our classrooms. So wherein we have the Bible studies, then we also have other sharings or webinars, or maybe we can create a new kind of event that will fit on the situation that we can have.
Wow, pretty busy, no? Ang CESO. So congratulations again to our winners. About Dr. Nasvik so far, what have been the ganaps at the College of Ed?
There are so many. If you will notice, there are a lot of online activities
Right.
initiated by the College of Education through Ma'am Gina, and part of that, I'm always part of the being the the moderator of the
Yes.
event and all. So one of the best events that we had where Ma'am Gina was our president, the Philippine Kenya Education Network.
Okay.
So this is a network of universities in Dumaguete and Kenya universities. There is
Wow.
actually a memorandum of understanding that is already in place for that.
That's
So
nice.
activities done and that we present what's best in the College of Education. We benchmark and we share our best practices and schools, other universities' best practices through that avenue. So we have a summit, and we also conducted another one for the students. So all our student teachers shared their experiences during their practice teaching
Nice,
online,
nice.
and how practice teaching is being conducted in Kenya. So there was like learning from that.
Nice.
And so Ma'am Gina was able to present actually the paper proposal that we had conducted by the deans of NORSU, we have Foundation,
Cosca.
Silliman, Cosca. So
And
we have
St.
an
Paul's.
initial, and St. Paul's University, Dumaguete. So,
So that's
she was
wonderful.
able to present that paper.
Are you sending student exchange?
We would love to. We will look into the
Possibility.
possibility
Yeah.
because, the trend is that in order for us to continue with our being center of excellence and PAASCO level 4 accreditation, we have to go into international
global
connectedness.
linkages, right?
Yes,
That's good.
right.
We look forward to, maybe we can accompany them and go to Kenya. How about you, Ma'am Jean? What can you share? What's up and what's on of COE?
Yeah, so the pandemic actually opened a lot of opportunities for the College of Education. The Philippine Education Kenya, or the Philippine Kenya Education Network, or PEN, was actually created because one of our alumni, si Junjun Villamero,
Right.
was the United Nations, the UNICEF regional coordinator for inclusion in Kenya.
So alumni network din.
Yes.
And si Junjun, because he was the UNICEF big person in Kenya for inclusion, he had contact with teacher education institutions and universities in Kenya. And because Junjun continually works with us for training.
Until now, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
until now. He's coming, in fact, in May for another training for our student teachers on
Wow.
inclusive education.
Nice.
He connected me with the dean of the University of Kenya. And the University of Kenya dean said, we have a network of universities here. So I'm very thankful to our alumni who are always connecting with the College of Education and telling us, ma'am, here's an opportunity for the college. That's one. So it's not only from us, the initiative, but really also from our graduates. Yeah. In fact, there's one who also came to the office, the Emily, 2 weeks ago. She used to teach in Australia. Now she's in Korea. We're also looking at opportunities for networking, maybe sending our student teachers, English majors in Korea. This is really, I think that is what makes Silliman Silliman.
Right.
When they say Silliman spirit, you cannot really define it. It's not really tangible in sense of you can see it, but you can feel
You
it.
can just feel it.
Yeah, people the alumni do not forget where they come from. And they have this inner desire to reach out and to still continue to become part of that community even after they
After.
left the halls of Silliman. I think that's Silliman spirit.
Right.
That sense of gratitude.
Yes. So, Dr. Gina, Dr. Nasvik, as much as I want to extend this lovely conversation, but we have a few minutes left. So, in culmination of this conversation tonight, let's talk about Tatak Silliman in the College of Education. Who is a COA graduate? What's Tatak Silliman at the College of Ed? Let's start with Beatrice. What do you think is Tatak Silliman as an education student?
Tatak Silliman, I think, a student or a graduate who embodies who builded the competence, character, and faith.
Yeah. Built with
Who has,
competence,
yes.
character, and faith. Wow, wonderful.
Yes.
Dr.
Yeah.
Nasvik?
Yeah, I agree. Competence, character, and faith. In terms of competence, they are competent communicators. They have the competence in leading the group. So when they get out of Silliman, they are assigned
leadership
leaders.
skills.
Yeah, so automatic. So if student, in the community, for example, they will ask, where do you come from, which university? When you say Silliman, you will be assigned a leader. So that's true to the graduate student outcomes that we have. So effective communicators, lifelong learners. So a few days ago when we deploy our student teachers in West City Exceptional Learning Center, I was glad to see 3 of our graduates
Wow.
recently graduated with Bachelor of
Special needs.
Special
BE
needs.
Ed SPED. That's the
Okay.
old curriculum.
Okay.
Yeah, and now it's
BSNet.
BSNet, so special needs education. They were hired as regular teachers. So they come to me, they hug me, they were thankful of all the learnings that they gained from the college, and they were happy. They are happy as to where they are now. So
Right.
meaning when they finish their bachelor's degree with us, they are assured of a job related to their bachelor's degree.
Wonderful future awaits for our COE products. Ma'am Jean.
Okay, College of Education, Tatak Silliman, competence not only in the classroom, but beyond the classroom for the best interest of our learners. Let me just give 3 examples. Our graduates know that research, classroom-based action research is important.
Right.
They have this as a requirement during their student teaching, and our students were able to present their papers in an international conference
Wow.
that we co-hosted. I was the co-convener of the S4SES. I believe you were part of
Yes.
that. Ma'am
Moderator.
Elve, moderator. Yes.
I
So-
hosted the conference.
yeah, and it was an international conference,
Right.
and it was co-organized. It really was hosted by Silliman University through Seoul, and our student, that was international. It's for the Society of Strategic Education Studies
yeah.
with officers from UP and other parts of the country. And our student teachers were able to present their classroom-based action research there. No. Second, our student teachers know that when you say competence, it is about extension, that it is faith, anchored on faith.
Anchored.
So they know that when you teach, you don't simply look at competencies, but you look at the values that could
Right.
be emphasized through the goings on in the classroom. And our Tatak Silliman and Ma'am Elve already mentioned about leadership. When you're a graduate of the College of Education, you know you have that distinction. So you take care of it. And that's why I believe they really try so hard. They strive to be at the best at where they are. I mean, last week we were, just 3 days ago, right? I was an inset trainer for DepEd because this week sa DepEd is
Inset.
their inset
Yeah.
week. So, sem break sa mga bata, inset sa mga teachers. Who were the speakers? Who were the trainers? I was there for literacy education. You were there. Dr. Cleope was there. Dr. Cleope, by the way, is a graduate of the College of Education. Sir Jasper was there. We were all mobilized. So they know nga, kani sila si ma'am, no? It's not being maestra ka sa Silliman, but it's about service.
Right.
Now, regardless of how much or how little you get, when you have the opportunity to help and to share what you can, especially in terms of literacy and numeracy education. And Sir Josh, you know now, we are working on our master's degree, right?
Yes.
In teaching science, teaching reading.
Another good news.
Another good news. It's something that we are putting together.
Brewing something, yeah.
Yes, 5 majors for our master's degree. We are so excited about all of this happening, not only because of the College of Education, but because of our strong network with our alumni who really strive so hard to raise the flag high and then to show their gratitude by calling us, contacting us, and sharing with us the opportunities that they have.
Right.
Thank you, Sir Josh.
So that's Tatak Silliman, Tatak COE, Tatak Educados. Alright. So once again, thank you very much, Beatrice, Dr. Nasvik, Ma'am Bonior. I know you have very busy schedules, but you made time to be here on the show. So daghang salamat. So guys, if you want to be part of the College of Education, we invite you to visit the website of Silliman University. That's www.su.edu.ph. And of course, we also have a Facebook page. And you can visit the Facebook
Seso.
page of College
Seso.
of Education. Ma'am, how do you
Right.
call that one?
Yeah, for the alumni, it's Siglo. This
Siglo.
was, because we were 100 years, several years back, we created that Facebook page for alumni.
Siglo, that's SIGLO.
Right.
And then
For our students, we have the CESO.
CESO.
We have the Silliman University College of Education Student Organization, or CESO.
all right. So please don't forget to follow these pages. At least you have ways to know more about the College of Education. Ayan. So to end our episode, let's proceed now to the segment. It's called #WTP or Words to Ponder. Well, I'll just keep it short. I think the word to ponder now is hearing from our guests. I think it's gratitude. Hearing about the alumni that they have, people that they connect to and connect with. I think gratitude is something that's very important because it's not only about giving something to the people, but it's also thinking about how that something will impact their lives. And I think that's how the universe works, Life loves grateful people. So, on the same note, we thank you for joining our episode tonight, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians! Daghang salamat for joining another episode of #Silliman. Thank you for supporting our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Continue liking, sharing, and commenting on your favorite episodes. We also have a YouTube channel. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. Catch our episode on Channel 6 Phil Products. That's every Monday, 8 p.m. And replays will be aired every Tuesday. That's before the noontime news, and Saturday after the noontime news. On behalf of Ronelyn Faith Vailoces, this has been Joshua Soldivillo. Kita-kits next week only here on #Silliman.